What's he supposed to do again?
I met a polarized EM signature that tricks a gone into thinking we're one of them.
Martin, I'd love to start with you just because I'm absolutely loving Scotty.
Good.
Yes, and it's not easy. It's not easy being a Starfleet engineer because you get saddled with all the technobabble. Yeah. How are you finding all this technobabble?
Yeah, it's hard going. I mean, it's not as bad as it is for Ethan because I feel like Spock can't even put any hesitation in, whereas I can kind of like scratch myself and ums and ehs and ahs and lots of hesitation. But no, it is tricky, and it's I have to run lines a lot out loud with my dad to try and get it in my mouth and just be at ease with it, make it not sound like the effort that it really is,
That's awesome. Has there anything you found particularly challenging?
Well, sometimes it's just knowing what I'm talking about. I know that sounds stupid, but I've asked the writers sometimes what does this mean? What does this mean? And sometimes I can over complicate it because there's a whole wealth of knowledge behind something, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't think my brain can take that at this point in time. And Anson actually gave me a really good piece of advice that is just as long as it makes sense to you, which is quite good. It just means that as the actor I kind of activate my own imagination and what it means to me and how I think that science works, and then I'm able to play that a lot easier than trying to get my head around the
quantum physics.
Yeah, and the pseudoscience of it all. I used to think that I had to know everything, whereas I'm as long as it makes sense to me, it will look confident. That's all that matters. But yeah.
Yeah, Jess, of course, you've had to deal with medical technobabble for many seasons now, but you also have an amazing relationship that I'm really, really digging with Roger Corby. Talk to me a little bit about this relationship, because it feels like she gels a little bit better with him than with Spock, which was always kind of tumultuous. And also, tell me about working with Killian O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I think what happens, going into season 3, Chapel knows that something is not quite right with Spock, but she can't really articulate what that is. It's just she needs to follow her own path, and it's just not really fitting, it's just the way that we both need to move individually is not working. Just not to say that she doesn't love him and she's not very attracted to him, and there's just a tension there that's not really working out, and she needs to follow her own path. And I think she is then really surprised when she meets Dr. Corby, and it's just easy, and we have a very similar way of moving through the world and very similar ideals about freedom and adventure and discovery, and moving in more of a less structured way. I think that he naturally is like that, and so it feels easy. Killian's awesome. He's so great to work with. He's so talented. He's such a talented actor, and also just a really, really nice guy. So it was a pleasure and a dream. And I'm excited for fans to see that canon relationship kind of, little sparkles of it showing in season 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm digging what I'm seeing so far. I guess we're out of time, but thank you guys. Jess, I love the show. I love you guys. I hope let's do this again 2 more times.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. He is here to attend the centennial celebration with me. Dr. Corby is my date.